So to make the dough, it's super easy. Half a cup of water and a whole stick of butter. Remember, when you're baking, you always want to use room temperature ingredients. All right, and turn on the stove. There we go. About medium heat. And I just want to give it a little stir, get it going. And we're also gonna sweeten it up a little. The 1/4 cup of sugar. These donuts are gonna be great. I wanna add some salt and just a pinch, so about a 1/4 teaspoon. Just gonna turn the heat off and add a cup of flour. And slowly add the flour and start mixing it in, and the flour starts to absorb all the liquid. And then once the flour has absorbed the water and the butter and the sugar, you turn the stove back on, like medium-low, and cook the flour. And you cook it for about 1 to 2 minutes, just to cook out that raw flour taste. You dump the dough into the mixer, just like that, and you start adding eggs. So I'm gonna add 4 eggs, but we're gonna do 1 yolk and 3 whole eggs. So I'm gonna start with the yolk, and you wanna separate it. There we go. So I add the yolk first, and you wanna mix in between adding each egg. That way it incorporates really nicely and you get a nice fluffy, thick dough that's smooth. Okay. Add the lemon zest in there, and oh, it smells good. Mix that in, and start adding the eggs. 1 at a time, and let them sort of mix into the dough before you add the next one. So I'm gonna add the rest of the eggs, and then I'm gonna pop the dough in the fridge so it can set for 15 minutes, heat up my oil, and make a glaze that is gonna be out of this world. So I'm just cooking my donuts, and you want the oil to be at 375, and they cook for about 3 to 3.5 minutes. They kind of sink to the bottom and then slowly come up, and they puff up and get a nice golden brown color. And last one, here we go. So, about a 1/4 cup of heavy cream. And we're gonna add espresso powder. There we are. So 2 teaspoons of espresso powder. You can smell it. Wakes you right up. And we need the fun in the glaze, the coffee liqueur. It kind of just gives it a nice kick. And I think the girls are really gonna like it. Time for powdered sugar. 2 cups of powdered sugar. Powdered sugar, confectioner's sugar, it's all the same. It's nice and light, so it melts really nicely in the glaze. Let's just add that in. I like to do it 1 at a time, so I'm just gonna start mixing, and then I'm gonna add a little bit more. Dip it in there. What do you think? I think I should taste it. I don't think anybody's gonna miss it. So good.